Us remotely through Zoom. Please use the raise hand function if you would like to ask a question. Please wait for the mic holder to reach your location. Please state your name and affiliation and direct your question towards a specific student athlete. All right, we are now joined by Iowa State University following a 67-44 victory over Georgia in the second round of the NCAA tournament. We're joined by sophomore Lexi Donarski, sophomore Emily Ryan, and head coach Bill Fenley. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Fenley. We'll then take all questions for student athletes. We have 8 minutes for questions with student athletes. We'll then dismiss them, and we'll take questions for Coach. So, Coach Fenley, if you'd like to start us off.
Yeah, real quickly. First of all, congratulations to our men's team. Amazing, amazing. What a night for them, and what a well-deserved honor for that team and that coaching staff. Thank you to the amazing fans. Another great crowd, and when you think of the times that we played, spring break, men in Milwaukee, all that stuff, our fans were still amazing both nights. Thank you to the amazing people at Hilton, all the workers who work so hard all year long, but especially when you host the first 4 game, you know, they're here a lot, longer than anyone else. And I really want to congratulate our team. I just told them that, you know, everyone asks, you know, how long has it been since you've been in the Sweet 16? And I don't care. That's what you guys have to ask. I get it. But these guys don't understand that. And I don't know that I've ever wanted something professionally more in my life than to see these guys have that opportunity. And I thought they were phenomenal tonight at both ends of the floor. And sometimes your life, you earn it, things and you get it. Well, this group earned it, and they got it, and pretty damn sweet along the way.
All right, we'll now take questions for student athletes. Please raise your hand if you would like to ask a question. We'll go to Tommy here in the front.
Tommy Birch, Des Moines, Rochester, Emily, and then Lexi. It seemed like early on you guys were adamant about setting the tone. How important was a quick start tonight for you guys?
Yeah, it was huge to get going early because we had a slow start the other night. So being able to come out strong tonight was huge for us. Don't let them get any momentum. And I thought we did a good job of not letting them go on any big runs tonight, and I thought that was huge for us for sure.
Georgia's a really talented team, and so it really all started with defense. We had to set the tone, especially defensively, really early, and that just pushed us forward on offense.
When did the idea of accomplishing something this big first kind of creep into both your minds as a possibility going to the Sweet 16?
Let's start with Emily and then go to Lexi.
Yeah, honestly, I think it starts back at the end of the season last year. We were one play away from getting to where we are now, and so just knowing that all summer we worked really hard, having that in the back of our minds. And once the season started, we were just focused on winning each game and being the best we could be each night, and hoping that got us where we are right now.
Yeah, like she said, we had a lot of things to look forward to after the way that the season ended last year, and I think that just built up after a while. And when we started working out this year, it was like, this is a goal of ours. This is something that we want to do. This is something that we're capable of this year.
Rob Gray, Cedar Rapids Gazette. No! That wasn't me. So Scott, right? Anyway, for Emily and Lexi, how sweet was that moment? You guys get to embrace with a minute and a half left on the sideline, knowing you're in the Sweet 16, you're advancing, you've met that goal.
Yeah, it was a great feeling. Like we said, after the end of last year, makes it even more special for us. We've worked so hard to get here, and I'm just couldn't be more happy for this team. And the fact that we get to come back tomorrow and go to work is something that we're not going to take for granted, and I'm glad that we get to do it.
Being able to experience with the team when we're getting taken out with just a minute left and the realization just hits, and being able to experience with our families and all of our fans at home just makes it even more special for us too.
I know both you guys are known to be crazy workaholics and to get into the gym at some crazy times. How soon after last year's game were you back in the gym? I mean, did either of you take any time off, or were you back in like the next day?
Let's start with Lexi, then go to Emily, please.
It was about a week just to get my body right, because rest is still important, and I still have quite a few years of basketball ahead of me. So you need to get your body right. You need to take the rest that your body needs. But once my legs were feeling better and I was all recovered and everything, then we were right back in the gym.
Yeah, I don't remember how many days it was, but yeah, once we were ready to go, we got back in it and just worked really hard to get to this point right now.
What's kind of going through your mind during that week off, or for you, Emily, that whatever time off that you took when you're kind of resting and getting ready to start preparing for that next season?
I think it just adds the motivation that we had to compete how we did tonight. I mean, that loss sits in your head for a little while, but tonight we're able to enjoy the win with our team and our fans and all of our family here. So it's a really good feeling.
Emily, what were you kind of thinking during that time?
Yeah, being able to watch the rest of the tournament, it hurts. Seeing the next game where A&M was playing, being able to watch that, it made it hurt even more, but it caused us to work even harder. And yeah, like Lex said, being able to come back here and do it in front of our fans was incredible.
Brandon Sudge with the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Emily, I mean, Georgia's a team that has had slower starts on numerous occasions this year. On the defensive end, can you take me into the game plan of what it was to stop them, like in terms of a zone and being able to stop Georgia offensively?
Yeah, for sure. I thought we came out really sharp and really focused on defense, which is something we needed to improve on after our first game of the tournament. So Lexi got a lot of early steals, and that led to easy buckets for us. And I thought that was huge for us to set the tone and make a statement early and just go from there.
Connor Ferguson, Cyclone Fanatic, for both you guys. What was it like early on in that game? You get the 9-0 lead. Georgia calls a timeout, and they show the men's team playing, and the fans kind of cheering along with them. Did that, I guess, distract you guys at all, or did it bring that much more energy into the building with each timeout that game got closer to the result?
Let's start with Emily.
Yeah, I think it definitely brought a little level extra energy to Hilton and got a little buzz going, and it made it a lot of fun. Every once in a while, just peeking up and seeing what the score was. But yeah, really, really happy for them. They've worked extremely hard to get there, and it's fun that we're both dancing still, so we're excited.
For both you guys, is there a specific time you remember during one of those timeouts looking up at the scoreboard, seeing the score at their game, and or maybe the final? I know at one point they even played the final few seconds of the men's game. Did you catch that part?
Let's go to Lexi, then Emily.
Honestly, I did not. We got a lot to focus on. This is a big game, and when we're in a huddle, we're all focused on what's going on and what play we're going to run next and what defense we're in, and there's just a lot of things that we're all focused on. So I didn't really get to enjoy knowing that the men's team won, but after the fact, I'm really happy for them and excited that we both get to be in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, like Lex said, we weren't able to really look up too much, but when you heard the crowd going crazy in the middle of a timeout, there was really no other option other than our guys are doing pretty well. So knowing that in the back of my mind is just special for them. But yeah, we were really focused, so I didn't get to watch it too much.
Do we have any more in-person questions for the student athletes? Okay, let's quickly move to remote. If you have a question, please use the raise hand function. It looks like that's all we have for you, so congratulations and thanks for your time.
Thank you, guys.
We'll now take questions for Coach Fenley.
Sorry. Okay. Go ahead.
Tommy Birch, Des Moines, Rochester. Bill, it seemed like there were some really high expectations for this team coming into the season. When did you, I guess, realistically start thinking this is a team that maybe had a possibility to go with the Sweet 16?
Yeah, I don't know about the whole Sweet 16 thing, but I knew kind of really when we got out of Florida that our team could be decent. And not because we won 3 games, but because of the way we connected. And I've said this to you all many times. Everyone was so excited, to get out of the whole COVID year. But at the same time, now we are together. And sometimes that's not a good thing. And I thought that weekend, all right, we can compete with people. And I didn't know I didn't know tonight would happen, but I knew we would be a good team because we had really good kids that connected in a way that good teams connect. And I think when we got home from Florida, I felt like we got something we can work with.
throughout this season, you've always put up signs, used some different techniques to kind of motivate this team for every game. What was the unique motivating thing that you used for this game to, I guess, pump them up, encourage them, whatever?
To be quite honest with you, we completely stayed away from that. When we played Missouri State a few years ago, I had emails and text messages from former players, and that was not a good idea. All I did tonight was I said to them before the game, "You've earned the right to be here. You're a very, very special team. This is your last chance at Hilton. Enjoy every second of it, and let's just go play." And it was it. I mean, we were very loose at shoot around. Our demeanor was much different than it was leading up to the Arlington game. So we really didn't do anything. Like I said, sometimes when you have a team that's led by Lex, Ash, sometimes you just get the hell out of the way. And that's what we tried to do. I tried to do today. And sometimes you can tell the look in their face is like, I'm ready to go. And those three were ready to go. And I think the whole team was because of those three.
Bill, if I told you coming into this game that I think you outscored them 19-7 points off turnovers, unless that changed, and controlled the glass, including the offensive glass, pretty much the entire game, would you have thought, wow, that's probably, you're going to feel that you're going to end up in a pretty good spot?
Yeah, no question. That was, I thought our kids handled the game plan really well. You have one day to get ready, and we have not played a lot of zone this year, and we messed with it today. We actually played defense today that we didn't even practice. But that's when you have smart kids that understand the game. But we said, keep the ball in front of you, go rebound, all the stuff that we talk about. But I thought we did a really good job of keeping them out of a dribble penetration and limiting the live ball turnovers. Those are the things that we talked about, and our kids were, like you said, I thought the first 4 minutes of the game, I don't know that we looked like we were given a zone clinic the first 4 minutes of the game, and that's just not the way we play, but we felt like we had to in this game, and they were really, really good from the start.
And since you said it's our job to, chart Sweet 16s when the last
Right.
happened, but 22 years ago, the last time for Iowa State, both of you guys advanced to at least the Sweet 16. And it's also fans that take a lot of pride in getting back to that. How do you just wrap that in a nutshell while still being proud, as you clearly are, of this team and this season?
Oh, I say this all the time, and you guys get tired of me saying it, but this is a unique place. It really is, with unique people, fan base, administration. And when anytime Iowa State is on a national stage like this, in the biggest sporting event in the world, in my mind, and both teams are doing what they're doing, that's advertising to be really expensive to buy, I would guess. And it's amazing. But again, it's a tribute to how our school runs their department. And you look at all of our sports. And there's limitations that we have here, but we don't have any limitation in people and purpose. And it's a proud moment for all of us, and our kids were excited, and I'm sure TJ and his group are excited for us as well.
Yeah, Michelle Vogel, ESPN.com. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you,
Bill.
Michelle.
We had 2 number 2 seeds go down today, including one that you may have faced in Greensboro if they would have won. Can you talk about how much tougher it's become to survive the first 2 rounds of the women's tournament? And then I know you've talked a lot about Ash, but even though tonight wasn't a huge point, tonight for her, she did so many other things on the boards and everything, and what it means to you for her to get this chance to play in the Sweet 16.
No, I thank you for asking. I think it's a great opportunity for Ashley because she's earned a national profile, and it's gotten bigger as time gone on. But she plays at Iowa State. She doesn't play at Stanford or UConn or South Carolina. So people are like, yeah, she's a good player. She plays at Iowa State. Well, now she's put her team in the Sweet 16, and that's a great thing for her. And you're right. The first 2 rounds have become it's hard. It should be hard. I mean, that's what the NCAA tournament's about. And you look at other teams that have lost, and it's just it's one of those things where you really have to get your team to understand the moment. And we've been the local media here will go, here he goes again. We have been a next 40-minute team from day one. And this is an epitome of that because one bad night, one bad shooting night, like we all know, it's done. It's not a 4 out of 7. So it's changed the game. It's changed the profile. But I'm just glad that our kids found a way to play the game tonight and respond the way they did.
Hey, Brandon, Sudley, Atlanta Journal-Constitution.
Welcome to Ames. You like Ames?
Cool, yeah.
All right, we like it. Just like Atlanta, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yesterday afternoon, you spoke on Joni Taylor and everything. Georgia's a program who is now looking for its first Sweet 16 in a decade. You guys haven't made it since 2010, so kind of along those same paths. I don't know how much you've seen of Georgia, but can you speak to the program's outlook and Joni's outlook as a head coach?
I think Joni Taylor is one of the most outstanding, young, talented, articulate head coaches in the country. And I'm not just saying that. I said that the other day. I'm on a committee with her, and to listen to her speak about the game and what we need to do is amazing. Georgia's very lucky to have her. She loves Georgia. She's built a program there that has sustained the test of time. And when you follow a Hall of Fame coach, man, that's got to be miserable. And look at what she's done. So we're very honored to play the way we played tonight. But what Coach Taylor's doing at Georgia is they're not going away. That's for sure.
All right, we'll now move to remote. If you have a question for Coach Fenley, please use the raise hand function. Coach, congratulations, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate your time. And seriously, I appreciate all the coverage and all the time this weekend. It meant a lot to our kids. Thank you.